Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426 and today we have the review of the 52Toys Beastbox Meltdown. So these were one of those special box edition type products that came out from 52Toys some time ago, and I was able to unexpectedly find one in Japan. So I went to a trip to Japan like a few months ago, and I was kind of surprised to see how much 52Toys has taken part in Japan, and so I would be able to see. I was actually seeing a good amount of 52Toys like sections in in certain shops. So, and there I found this, which was very unexpected because I saw this sold out like very well. So I wasn't expecting to see this at the time. So this is a box special set, which is based on the crab beast box that we got as well. I believe this thing was called kanibal or something like that. So this has the exact same like molding here. So the transformation or anything should be the same as well. But there are some. But now since I have a second crab, there is a certain combination that you can do with these as well. And also, I would like to apologize for no video last week because I actually had to go somewhere unexpectedly once again, so I had no time to make a review. Alright, so let's see what we got. So I'm going to open the box. Now, technically, in the box, you should have the instruction manual, but in order to check something, I had to take this one out. But still, it's a slide box, and then we should reveal everything that you should be getting. So first of all, we have Meltdown himself. And then we get a bonus, a small Rubik's Cube based on the 52Toys theme going on here, and can also work as a keychain as far as I can tell by the inside here. Let's actually see. Since we are reviewing this, and this is going to be a semi-unboxing review, so yeah. So here we have the Rubik's Cube. Once again, it does move around. I know there's like some sort of equation that you can like solve these, but I'm not gonna go that far as well. So the image here is pretty much the Meltdown's image, but divided in certain parts. And actually, no, this one is called Frosty. I thought Frosty was the blue crab. Oh, interesting. All right. So anyway, and then we get its box charger right over here. Now this is a special one, so it's in a color and it's black. So once again, these things transform into these 5cm cube things, and then you can actually store them in here as well. Now you get this flashlight. However, unfortunately, I did recharge this with using the USB cable. Mine does not work, but basically this is supposed to be a UV flashlight. So there are two versions of this guy actually. So depending on your luck, when you buy this box set and then you open up, you can either get, this is what I understood. You can either get this one, it's a glow in the dark version, and the other one is going to be a neon light, responsive one. So I think I did test this out, and this did not glow in the dark. So not entirely. So even though it would glow in the dark, or the neon lights would be on these small stripes here. So not the entire thing would be glowing in the dark. Only it's like certain stripe areas would be glowing in the dark. So after testing in the dark, so this does not glow, which means I think I got the neon light version as well. So yeah, let's get this out of the way, and then let's open this thing up. All right. So here we have the crab here. So once again, looking pretty good as well. And then I think there is some clear plastic used by the looking of it, so you can see my finger through the plastic, so which means this is clear plastic. Because back then these legs, back then it was not clear plastic before. And then once again, make sure to unfold all the legs inside here as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on here as well. So I think I'll be right back with the completed actual crab version as well, and let's see what we got from there. Okay, I'm back. So here we have the crab mode fully completed. So basically you have to unfold all the legs, even the ones on the inside, open up the antenna, fold a few parts, and you're good to go. Now, after checking the instruction, they do still include the catalog, the PVC card, and then the small character card as well. So here we have the image of Meltdown. So yeah, this guy name is Meltdown, but for some reason the Rubik's Cube mentioned Frosty, which is a clear blue crab. Yeah, there's actually a blue one out there as well. So I'm not sure what's the deal with that one, but yeah, here we have the card. So even if you look at the back section, it talks about some of its lore, but because of the nuclear radiation that this thing was exposed to, it mentions that its shell will change into different colors depending on the light you put it reveal it to. So yeah, there is a little bit of story lore there as well. So once again, let's have a quick look on the crab as well. So I have reviewed this before, so the overall structure and overall structure and articulation is exactly the same as the green one I reviewed some time ago as well. So the main difference would be that I'm leaving this guy in cube form for something else, but yeah. So the main difference would be obviously the color, and then definitely the more usage of clear parts, like on the legs here. So even the original one had clear parts for the equipment that's on the claws here, right over here. So no big deal. Eyes are still clear parts as well, and still has the overall ball joint connection, so you can lift up the eyes if you want to do so. And then we still have the opening cockpit slash like hatch here, so which makes me wonder if this thing is actually a sentient mechanical beast or just a vehicle as well, because we have seen certain beast box that has these hatches or cockpit opening sections as well, so who knows. Alright, so let's do a quick tour on the legs right away, because those are the most legs. So you can see each leg is individually articulated and is a separate joint here. So they each have a little bit of extra wiggle left to right as well. Of course, the last leg here is connected to the third leg right over here. So when you move the third leg, this will move together. But they all each have individual joints here. So the last fourth leg will have a ball joint. The rest is more of a typical, normal joint going on here, and they can move left and right as much as they can until they collide with one another. And then going downwards is no big deal. Going upwards, no big deal as well. Of course, this is as far as you go. This is a crab as well. And then folding the legs is possible, but mostly for the transformation. So you get the gist of the articulation on the leg. However, because there are 8 legs, it is kind of tricky to like pose this guy, because once again, having 8 legs, that means all 8 legs have to be on the ground, and getting them on the ground does get tricky because sometimes they're in a different stance or different height, so just balancing the whole situation might get tricky. Okay, now looking at the arms. Now there are technically 2 types of crabs from the Beastbox line. So these one you can see each of the claws are the same size, but there is another version where one has a large claw and the other one is much smaller. So I actually tried to get one of those, but once again, for some reason, I'm not sure if the seller was telling the truth, is that he lost my package on some sort of process, which I did get a refund, but it was kind of odd because I have used this guy's service multiple times, so who knows. Alright, so once again, the arm itself is on multiple joints, so there's one joint here that connects to the body. Once again, I don't think it's a ball joint, it's more like one of those rotating joints as well. So going to the side is possible, and going all the way front is almost possible, but basically the design does not allow it to go full straight. So make sure you're aware of that. And then there's another ball joint connection here, which allows the arm to have a little bit more space to move downwards and upwards as well. But also there is also a rotation here, and then there's another joint here for a little bit extra bend. Not much of a big bend, but still works. And then the claws obviously work as well. I'm gonna open up. And then these are extra equipment, which I assume this is a missile launcher, and then the other one is a saw blade. Alright, so we've seen the articulation here. So if you bought one of the crabs, and if you look at the instruction manual, there is some sort of combination you can do if you have 2 crabs. So you can see here in the cube form, I can open up slightly and then combine them into some sort of a hermit crab. So once again, I'll be right back with that mode, and let's see what we got. Okay, I'm back. So I did the combination, and the combination is actually pretty simple. It's just basically opening up a few parts and then connecting these 2 crabs by, there's basically these 2 pegs on the machine gun that connects to this battery pack looking thing on the back of the black crab. So once again, here we have this, of course. Basically now it utilizes the machine gun more properly. So back then it would be under the belly, which sometimes, and it would move around a lot and doesn't really make sense, but now it actually makes sense. So this basically utilizes the machine gun much more better. Now the problem is, as you may expect, because of the overall style and design here, or the weight distribution, it is a little bit back heavy. So it'll either go flat, or if you increase like the height of the legs, it will go backwards like that. So yeah, a little bit neat, but once again, there's some fiddling is going to be required. So, but once again, I'm really glad that now I can do this combination here. Actually, I would like to see more Beastbox like combination, not like a combiner, but something like this. Like they could become like add-ons to other parts, other Beastbox as well. And yes, if you're wondering, I have pre-ordered Psycho Train. If you don't know what Psycho Train is, you can definitely stay tuned for the review for that as well. Anyway, so yeah. So once again, if you're a big fan of the Beastbox line and you want something special, or like you want some sort of limited edition, you can check this review out. Basically, any limited edition for Beastbox, there hasn't been a specific unique mold for like a special VIP edition yet. So everything, it has a regular release. It's just a matter of what of the like color combination or special like box edition or something like that. So you're not really missing out much. If you don't want this specific crab, you can always get the regular guy as well if you want to do so. So anyway, that was the review of the 52Toys Beastbox Meltdown. So keep in mind there are two versions out there that you can get, either at glow in the dark or the neon light reaction version as well. Anyway, hopefully you found this review interesting. If you guys have any questions or requests, in comment below. I still have more stuff to buy and build, make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.